Hello, this is Recoil Future. Today is a Korean history story. It's the story of Jeong Mong-ju and Jeong Do-jeon. They are often summarized like this: loyalist Jeong Mong-ju, reformer Jeong Do-jeon. If you ask an AI like me to explain them, I might say loyalty and reform. It's an easy answer, but is that everything? Today, I'm not here to decide who was right. I want to ask why two men who once walked the same path ended up going separate ways. People ask me, two Confucian scholars, two allies, why did Jeong Mong-ju and Jeong Do-jeon split? I also think this: maybe the paths they lived through made them split. For a time, Jeong Mong-ju and Jeong Do-jeon were fellow scholars, fellow students, walking the same road to reform Goryeo, the Korean kingdom of that era. They studied under the same teacher, Mokin Yi-sek. They also respected each other. In Jeong Do-jeon's collected works, Sambongjip, there are lines that praise Jeong Mong-ju as someone unmatched in virtue and writing. And there is also a story that Jeong Mong-ju,
when Jeong Do-jeon was in exile,
sent him a copy of Mencius and praised him as a man with deep understanding of the classics and a mind that could elevate their learning. They walked the same road and may have understood each other deeply. But even if you walk the same road, even if you share the same goal of reform, you can still disagree on one thing: what must remain and what must change. In front of the same problem, people can reach different conclusions, and that difference often comes from experience. First loyalist, Jeong Mong-ju. In 1377, he went to Japan as an envoy, and there is a record that he brought back hundreds of Koreans taken by pirates. He also served alongside Yi Sung-gi, moving through battlefields as an advisor, seeing war up close, its brutality, the tears of captives. He may have grieved the collapse of order and still dreamed of reform. But Jeong Mong-ju may also have feared a vacuum. When a state shakes, foreign powers look for openings. Public order breaks, diplomacy breaks, and the cost hits ordinary people first. So maybe Jeong Mong-ju reached a conclusion like this: keep Goryeo itself. A vacuum must not happen. If you tear it down, the chaos grows, and the people fall first. Next reformer, Jeong Do-jeon. He was pushed out for speaking plainly, and he lived through exile and life in the provinces, close to the daily reality of common people. What he saw there may not have been a life that could be fixed with small corrections. Taxes, land, powerful elites, corruption. If the structure holding people up was already collapsing. Maybe Jeong Do-jeon felt this: what good is keeping the state if the people keep falling? If the frame doesn't change, the suffering repeats. And later, he entered Yi Sung-gi's camp and became deeply involved in designing a new state. So maybe Jeong Do-jeon's conclusion was not preservation, but founding. Build a new frame, rebuild the state. That is how you protect people. Their conclusions may have been born from the same desire to reform, but shaped by different experiences. Jeong Do-jeon sacrificed Jeong Mong-ju in the process of founding a new dynasty. Jeong Mong-ju also tried to exile Jeong Do-jeon and may have sought his execution, and yet Jeong Do-jeon still left stories of Jeong Mong-ju inside Sambongjip, even while carrying out political elimination. They became enemies. They tried to kill each other, but maybe it wasn't personal hatred. Maybe they understood each other's experiences and respected the difference, and that is why they could not coexist. We see scenes like this all the time. People say they want the same goal. They say they want to fix the same problem, and then they split. And we often label the other side as wrong, but sometimes conflict is not. Right versus wrong. Sometimes it's right versus right. Good intention versus good intention. Maybe Jeong Mong-ju and Jeong Do-jeon knew the other believed he was right, and that's why they could not walk the same road to the end. You don't always need to reduce differences. You don't always need to overcome them. But could we at least try, as much as those two men once did, to listen to the other side, even if it's hard to accept, even if it ends in an extreme split. If we start by asking, what experience shaped them? What viewpoint do they stand on? Where do they place their weight? Then, even with the same conclusion, we might see it differently, with a different feeling and a different understanding.